Hey everybody, this is Brian with Aromacup.com, and thank you guys as always for joining me here in my virtual coffee shop brought to you by Aromacup.com. In today's video, I'm giving you an exclusive recipe making use of the Starbucks Verismo single-serve coffee machine. Brand new entry into the world of single-serve coffee, and you can check out our other videos to find some more recipes and an overview of the machine. But in today's exclusive recipe video, I'm going to show you how you can make a pumpkin spice cafe latte. It's autumn, you know, there's pumpkin everything, everywhere, right? Everywhere you go, somebody has a pumpkin something, and we thought, hey, why not? Let's show you how to make a pumpkin spiced cafe latte here at Aromacup.com. This is an exclusive, and let's dive right in and make it happen. All right, so the Verismo machine, very easy to use. First thing that you need to do before you start making use of the Verismo machine is you need to run a rinse cycle. So make sure that you do not have a pod inside of the machine and press the first button on the unit. This is going to run a rinse cycle. Just going to use up a little bit of water, not too much, but it's just going to clean that machine out, get the innards primed and ready and hot and ready to go and make the best possible beverage for you. You can reuse pretty much any cup that you would like. Doesn't use too much water, but you notice a little bit of coffee residue in there. Nice way to get the machine nice and clean, ready to go. Now, let's get started on making our beverage. I'm going to use a nice tall Bodum double-walled tumbler for our drink today. I'm just going to pop this under the brew station right here on the Verismo. And now I'm going to start off by making use of my Verismo pods. Now there's two different types of Verismo pods, and they come in this flip top kit, which you can get. There's 8 milk pods and 8 espresso pods. You can get this in regular and decaf, depending on the type of drink that you would like, of course. You're going to be able to discern which one of these is which very easily because the milk pod obviously is white and the espresso pod has a brown color on the outside of it. Now, the espresso pods do not have the foil lining on the bottom, which you will find on the brewed coffee pods for the Verismo. With the espresso pods, you just very simply are going to pop these into the machine. But we're going to start off by making our milk pod. So in order to do this, pop the lever on the top of the Verismo, take your pod, slide it right into the machine, and close it up. You'll feel it puncture that pod, and now we're ready to go ahead and make our milk. In order to do that, we're going to press the third button down in the row of buttons. That one has a little bit of a white fill on the cup that's on the button, and that's going to start the milk brewing process. Now, there's a 19-bar pressure pump inside of the Verismo, so that is actually above the standard of what is always considered the standard for making any kind of espresso using an espresso machine. So that's good because you're going to be able to get that foam that you expect from a cafe latte, and you're also going to get the correct amount of pressure to make sure that this is all going to go from the powdered form, which the milk is inside of that pod, to actual milk inside of your cup. When it's all done, the machine finishes very quickly, which is great. It's nice and fast and very easy to use. When you're all done, give it just a little bit of time to finish up. You'll see a little bit of dripping, things like that, and then pop the lever up on the top of the unit. Now you're going to drop that spent milk pod into the pod holder, which is down here underneath the brewing central station. Take your espresso pod, drop this into the Verismo as well, close it up. Now, all that we're going to do is we're going to simply press that first button, which you remember earlier I used for rinsing, but in this case, this is also the button which we use for making a single shot of espresso. Now, the machine works pretty quickly, so it doesn't give me a whole lot of time to remind you guys to join us at Aromacup.com. Check out our other videos, find recipes, coupons, and great information on the world of single-serve coffee, which is what we give to you guys at Aromacup.com. So there you go. Now we've got our espresso in our milk, and that right there is just a regular cafe latte. If you check out our other videos, you'll find that that right there is just the recipe you would use for a cafe latte. But as I say, I'm changing things up a little bit. It's autumn. I want to have a nice festive drink and something to match the season. So now I'm going to take my tumbler and I'm going to spice this up a little bit. We're going to make use of some sugar-free pumpkin syrup right now. This is some great stuff. You can get this in most stores. Smells very much like sort of a pumpkin spice beverage that we come to expect from a lot of other places, but we're not going to have to pay like $6 for it or anything like that. I'm going to use not a full shot glass of syrup. You can vary this, of course, depending on how you like your drink to be. I'm going to do about halfway here. And of course, if you like it a little sweeter, go ahead and do that. Now we're just going to pour that directly into our drink. So now we've got our syrup in there, but you know I always like to do things up a little more fancy here at Aromacup.com. Make sure to put the cap back onto your syrup, because I've spilled one of these before and it's no fun, guys. Okay, so now you've got one of my favorite additions to any beverage, and that's whipped cream. So we're going to go ahead and just top this off. What the heck? Right? You might as well go all the way. It's fall. Let's have some fun. All right, so there's some whipped cream, and now we're going to top this off with a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon. Again, you can get, this is a mix, but you can get just nutmeg or just cinnamon depending on what you like. We're not going to use too much of this because this is pretty darn strong stuff. So just go ahead, do a little bit of that on the top. And there you go, guys. That's a pretty nice looking drink. We made that happen very quickly using the Verismo, and it tastes great. Yeah, not too bad. That's one of my favorites in the fall because it just kind of reminds you of, you know, it's fall outside, the leaves are falling, the light is changing, and you might as well have yourself a great coffee drink when it's fall. So there you go, guys. Remember, very easy to use the Verismo. All you need to do, run that rinse cycle. After that, use your milk pod first, then use your espresso pod. And then, if you want to fancy things up a little bit, just like I did here, grab yourself some pumpkin spice syrup, add a little bit of that, put a little bit of whipped cream on top of that, and of course, just a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon to add that last little bit of spice, and you've got a great drink that you made at home. Your friends are going to be really impressed, and you're going to save a whole lot of money because you're not going to have to go out and buy these drinks from your local coffee shop all the time. So there you go, guys. That right there is the Pumpkin Spice Caffè Latte recipe. That's an exclusive from us here at Aromacup.com, making use of the Starbucks Verismo single-serve coffee machine. Check out our other videos to find out some more information and recipes about and for this machine. And as always, guys, thank you for joining me here in my virtual coffee shop brought to you by Aromacup.com. I'm Brian, asking you to enjoy your cup and have a happy fall. Take care.